Okay, so this is a dining philosopher assignment for 5 philosophers, which is a classical synchronization problem. So the first section is, as usual, we have the include section for various files. You can see various files which are included over here. And we execute this program for the 5 philosophers, 5 dining philosophers assignment. Okay. Now, initially, we create the 5 chopsticks as a mutex. Okay, as we already discussed in the theory, method underscore mutex underscore t, that is a data type for thread type mutex. Okay, this is a different data type, method underscore mutex underscore t. So we have to create a thread for every philosopher. Rather, we have the 5 philosophers and we create the chopstick as a mutex. Chopstick itself as a mutex because we want to lock the chopstick. Okay, that itself is a critical section. Okay, so we create this mutex for the chopstick, which is a 5 in number. Okay, then in the main section, main function, we have this p thread underscore t. The threads are created for the every philosopher over here. So what we are doing is we allow the philosopher to work for the chopstick to take the chopstick. Okay, and the condition is that every philosopher should take one chopstick and should take the second chopstick in sequence in the clockwise direction. Okay, we assume some direction, we assume some numbering over here. So first philosopher can take first and second, second can take second and third, third can take third and fourth, fourth can take fourth and fifth can take fifth and first chopstick. Okay, so we have this p thread underscore t as a underscore thread philosopher. Okay, so we have these threads. This is a data type for thread and this is the name of the array for the philosopher. Okay, now what we do is we create okay, now for every thread we should use some function. As you know, we did this in the matrix multi-threading assignment. If you remember, we have the thread function to create for everyone. Okay, so here we create this thread function. Okay, like this, you can see thread underscore function. Then okay, thread underscore function over here. Then for this, in the for loop, what we have, we initialize the mutex first. So p thread underscore mutex underscore init. Okay, like we have the thread initialization, we have the mutex initialization. So p thread underscore mutex underscore init chopstick of I and null. So this we write for initialization purpose over here. Okay, to initialize. Then for this all philosopher count, what we do is we create the threads and we allow the thread to work, which is a thread function. You can see over here thread function. So in this particular code, if you see, we'll just scroll it over. So here in this for loop, what we do is malloc size of int, that is the arguments over here. Argument is equal to I. So I is basically the sequence number or the philosopher number over here. Okay, and for those philosopher we create the number of threads and we store it in the ampersand a underscore thread, which is a mutex. We sorry, it is a thread, not mutex. Mutex is used in the next code. So a underscore thread, that is in the create. So this is the thread id or the we can say thread name given over here. So thread of I, p thread create. So this is the ID of the thread. Okay, no argument needed for the second argument. Thread function, which is a function to execute as a part of a thread, the argument for the function. So argument is basically just a sequence number index I, which is a philosopher number over here. And so this is basically the create function and this is going to execute as a dining philosopher assignment that we can see as a next code, as a next function. Okay, so here the last function or the last for loop is there in the main as a p thread underscore join over here. Okay, so this is regarding this, and after this the joining is there and the destroy is also there, p thread underscore mutex underscore destroy chopstick of I. Okay, so these for loops are join purpose and destroy purpose. The main is you have to initialize the p thread underscore mutex underscore init for the all chopstick what we have created as a mutex over here. Okay, and we have to create these thread functions for the threads what we have created. Okay, so we have the threads, we have the mutex, and we call these thread functions for every of the thread we have created over here. You can see, so chopstick is our mutex and thread is our philosopher. Okay, now this is the thread function that get executed actually, if you see over here. So what we see, And this particularly pthread iterations 2. Okay, I will explain this. Iterations I have given that 2 times I want to execute the dynamic philosopher problem for the 5 philosopher. So we have philosopher 1, then 2, then 3, okay, then 4, okay, and then 5. And what we do is the one philosopher can take its own, and the chopsticks are put like this. You must know this. Chopsticks are like this. Okay. So when the philosopher is taking these chopsticks, 5 and 1 and 2, or rather 2 and 3. So chopsticks numbers must be there, like chopsticks numbers 1, chopstick number 2. So 1 will take 1 and 2, 2 will take 2 and 3. These are chopsticks number, and the outside one are the philosopher numbers. Okay. So 1 will take 1 and 2, 2 will take 2 and 3, 3 will take 3 and 4, and so on. Okay. So what we are doing is we are having this 2 iterations over here. You can increase this iteration, you can keep a 1 iteration, you can keep a multiple iterations over here. How many times you want to go in this loop? Okay. So that is what a loop over here. For loop, you can see number of times iteration is going on. And for these parameters, what we do is first here we give some in between slip so that the other threads can get the chance to work over the iteration. Okay, so what is happening? The threads are created for the number of philosophers, and the threads are working for this purpose. So any philosopher, like means any thread can execute by taking the chopsticks. Okay, so pthread underscore mutex underscore lock. This is a function for locking purpose, which is chopstick number n. Chopstick number n. What is the n over here? The parameter which is passed over here, which is a philosopher number. Okay, so what the philosopher is doing? Its own own chopstick along with the neighbor chopstick it is taking. Okay, and the chopsticks are numbered. They are put in between the philosopher or in front of the philosopher, you can say. So that and the next chopstick can be taken the some fashion, clockwise fashion. Okay, so here you can see chopstick of n and chopstick of n plus 1 mod philosopher. Why this mod is required? Because the fifth philosopher should take fifth and the first. Okay, or otherwise we can see if we number the philosophers from 0 to 4, 0 can take 0 1, 1 can take 1 2, 2 can take 2 3, 3 can take 3 4, 4 can take 4 0 again. So that's why it's a mod philosopher. Okay, mod number of philosopher, that is 5. Okay, so what we are seeing is that begin hitting over here, the printf statement begin hitting percent with the folks percent. So these messages are important to understand where we are executing, what is actually happening on the inside the program. So begin hitting percent nth philosopher started hitting the chopstick number n and n plus 1 mod philosopher. So whatever this chopstick is locked, both chopsticks are taken by the philosopher. The philosopher started eating. Okay, so what we do, we allow this philosopher to eat for some time. So we do sleep over here. This slip is to get the chance for other philosopher. Okay, you may or may not write the first slip, but this second is necessary to allow the philosopher for actuating, because we have locked it. Okay, and between the lock and unlock, we generally keep some milliseconds, some seconds time, so that the others can get a chance for the other chopsticks. Other chopsticks I'm talking, not the deadlocks. Okay, so what happens after the slip to finish eating is done? Slip is to is just waiting for the eating. So finish eating percent d, and they can unlock pthread underscore mutex underscore unlock, pthread underscore mutex underscore unlock for chopstick n plus 1 mod philosopher. Okay, and after that finish eating, after this unlocking, we say that the philosopher is going in the thinking state. Okay, so this is the important for loop to understand. If you understood this, then you can easily understand what exactly is happening and what is the output. Okay, so this is the third function over here with pthread underscore mutex underscore lock, pthread underscore mutex underscore lock for the chopstick n plus 1 mod philosopher. Begin eating, then slip some we can say waiting time in between, some time lag we are keeping in between. Okay, then we have finish eating as a message on the screen, then unlock the chopstick n, unlock the chopstick n plus 1 mod philosopher, and then thinking state. Okay, so this is all about the program for this purpose of dining philosopher. Okay, so important what I say, thread we have to create, then thread functions we should declare. We should declare the mutex for the chopstick, we should initialize it, we should malloc this for the argument I integer, we should create the threads, then we should join the threads and destroy the mutex. Join the threads and destroy the mutex, that is important for the cleaning of the memory purpose. Then thread function, in this thread function for all the iterations, we take here 2 iterations right now. We write this locking of chopstick and n plus 1 philosopher, mod philosopher, knitting, then again unlocking for chopstick and n plus 1 mod philosopher. Okay, so this is all about the program. Now let us see the working in the terminal, how it runs exactly. Okay, so you see here, everyone. So we should compile this GCC d into.c, the C program name, minus pthread, because when you use the pthread, it's important and compulsory that we should write minus pthread as a specifier option in this GCC. So we write GCC dining philosopher.c, the program name, minus pthread. Okay, now we have this ./a.out file ready. Output file is ready with us. I will run it. Okay, now 5 philosophers are there. Now see, any philosopher can start eating. Okay, see this properly. What is the output over here? Okay, now I'll explain the output to you, everyone. Please listen carefully and see this. Begin eating 3. Okay, third philosopher start eating. So we see that numbers are from 0 to 4. Okay, so third philosopher start eating with 3 and 4. Now at the same time, first philosopher can start eating with the 1 and 2. Okay, that's very sure. So 3 can start with 3, 1. 1 can start with 1 and 2. Finish eating 3, finish eating 1. Thinking 1. Okay, I'm thinking 3 as well, but that is afterwards. Message is afterwards. Okay, then begin eating 0 with a 0 and 1. Begin eating 2 with a 2 and 3. Okay, so you see this very importantly, what is the sequence. So 3 has done, 1 has done, 0 has done, 2 has done. Then thinking 3, finish eating 0, thinking 0. Okay, that you can see over here. Now begin eating 4 with a 4 and 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4 is the last one. Finish eating 2, the previous one. Okay, and then we have this thinking 2. So you can see here, here we have completed one complete loop iteration for the 5 philosophers. Okay, now again begin eating 1. So second sequence can start with any of the philosophers. It's not necessary that always start from 3. So it will start the second cycle over here, 1 eating with a 4, 1 and 2, finish eating 1, thinking 1. Finish eating 4 is from the previous iteration. This particular message is there, so that doesn't make any difference. Then thinking 4, that is okay. So begin eating 1 with a 1 and 2, then begin eating 0 with a 0 and 1, 3 with a 3 and 4. So you can see that whether it's possible to start with the 2 different philosophers with a parallel eating process. Okay, it's doing it 0 with 0 and 1, 3 with a 3 and 4. Only 2 is not used over here in the 5 folks, but other 4 folks are used over here, but that is not required actually. So 2 philosophers can simultaneously eat with a 0, 1, 0th philosopher and third philosopher 3 and 4. Okay, then finish eating 0, finish thinking 0, finish eating 3. Begin eating 2 with a 2 and 3. Okay, 2 and 3. So here we are finished with this, finish eating 3 as well as 0, and we started the begin for the 2, second number philosopher, the 2 and 3. Then thinking with the 3. Okay, begin eating 4 with the folks 4 and 0, finish eating 4, thinking 4. Okay, so you can see here, finish eating 2, thinking 2, and third one successful. So we have started here iteration like this, and we have completed 1, then 0, 3, 2, 4, every philosopher like this. Okay, so sequence is different every time when we run it. Okay, you can see that when I run this, the sequence will be different, but the point is, sometimes 2 philosophers can start eating and doing eating simultaneously, sometimes single philosopher. So as per the availability of the resources and the, we can say, the thread available functions. Okay, it is running like this. So this is the output of dining philosopher assignment.